You sit down to meditate. Again, your body fidgets. Your mind races through tomorrow's to-do list. The itch on your nose demands attention. Within 5 minutes, you're either drifting into sleep or drowning in thought. And you think, maybe I'm just not built for this. Maybe meditation is for those naturally calm people, the ones who don't have 1,000 tabs open in their brain at all times. Maybe you're just wired differently. But here's what nobody tells you. Meditation isn't failing you. Your preparation is. Let me explain something that changed everything for me. The difference between people who transform their entire reality through meditation and those who quit after 3 frustrating attempts has nothing to do with talent. Nothing to do with being naturally spiritual. And it has nothing to do with how chaotic your life is right now. It's about what happens before you close your eyes. See, most meditation teachings skip straight to the technique. Sit down, focus on your breath, clear your mind. But they leave out the critical foundation, the preparation that actually rewires your neural circuitry to make meditation not just possible but inevitable. I'm talking about a systematic approach that addresses why your body won't cooperate, why your mind won't settle, why you keep falling asleep or getting lost in thought. A preparation protocol rooted in neuroscience, backed by quantum physics and designed specifically for people who think they've failed at meditation. Because here's the truth. You haven't failed. You've just been trying to build a house without laying the foundation. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to prepare your environment, your body, your mind, and your neural pathways, so that meditation becomes the most natural thing you do all day. Not a battle, not a chore, but a gateway to literally creating your reality from within. If you're tired of fighting yourself every time you sit down, stay with me. This is the preparation that changes everything. Let me paint a picture. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You finally carve out 20 minutes in your chaotic day. You sit on your couch, or maybe your bed because it's comfortable, and you close your eyes. Your phone is on silent, but it's right there on the cushion next to you. Just in case. You try to focus, you really do. But within seconds, your mind is planning dinner, replaying that conversation from work, wondering if you responded to that email. Your body starts sending signals, your back hurts, your leg wants to move. That itch is back. You fight it. You try to power through with willpower alone, and your body fights back harder. This isn't a battle you're losing because you're weak. This is a battle you're losing because you're fighting the wrong war. Here's what's actually happening. Your body has become your mind. Let me say that again. Your body has become your mind. Years of conditioning, years of running the same neural programs, years of responding to your environment in the same habitual ways. All of that lives in your body now. Your body literally memorizes your emotional states. It becomes addicted to them. And when you sit down to meditate, when you try to change, your body panics. Because change means death to the old self. And your body will do everything in its power to keep you exactly who you've always been. You're not lacking discipline. You're up against biology. So let me teach you something that will reframe everything. It's called Hebbian learning. The neuroscientist Donald Hebb discovered that neurons that fire together, wire together. Every time you think a thought, feel an emotion, and perform an action in sequence, you're building a neural network. Do it enough times. That network becomes a highway, an autopilot program, a subconscious pattern that runs 95% of your behavior without you even knowing it. Think about driving. Remember when you first learned? Every movement was conscious. Check the mirror, adjust the wheel, press the gas gently. Now, you drive while having a full conversation, drinking coffee, and planning your day. Your body took over. The skill became hardwired. The same thing happens with your emotional states. Anxiety, frustration, overwhelm. If you've felt them enough, they're not just thoughts anymore. They're neural superhighways. They're your body's default setting. And here's the critical insight. You cannot change these programs with conscious thought alone. Your conscious mind is only 5% of your total processing power. The other 95%, That's your subconscious. That's your body. That's the operating system running in the background, sabotaging your meditation before you even begin. This is why you keep doing what you don't want to do. This is why you can't just think positive your way into transformation. This is why meditation feels impossible. Because you're trying to change the software without preparing the hardware. Let me tell you about the 3 enemies of meditation. The 3 forces that pull you out of yourself every single time you sit down. First enemy, your environment, your external world. The sounds, the sights, the phone buzzing in the other room. Your environment has trained your attention to be outward focused, survival mode, scanning for threats, opportunities, distractions. Second enemy, your body. Your body is a record of the past. Every experience you've ever had is stored in your tissues, your cells, your nervous system. Your body is literally living in yesterday, and when you sit down to create a new future, your body pulls you back to the familiar past. Third enemy, time. Linear time. The part of you that's constantly thinking about what happened and what needs to happen next. Past regrets, future anxieties. You're never in the present moment, you're always somewhere else. And meditation? True meditation requires you to transcend all 3. To move beyond the environment, beyond the body, beyond time itself. To access the quantum field, the field of infinite possibilities where reality is fluid, where you can literally collapse new timelines into existence. Most people try to fight these enemies with willpower alone. They sit down and try to force their attention inward. They try to override their body's programming. They try to stop time with sheer mental effort, and they fail. Not because they're weak, but because preparation is missing. So here's the radical shift. Here's the paradox that nobody talks about. You don't overcome these enemies by fighting them. You overcome them by preparing the conditions where they dissolve on their own. The moment you stop trying to control the outcome and start creating the right environment, that's when meditation becomes effortless. Think about it like this. You can't force a seed to grow, but you can prepare the soil. You can provide water, sunlight, nutrients. You can create the conditions where growth is inevitable. Meditation preparation works the same way. You're not forcing your mind to be quiet. You're creating the neural, physical, and environmental conditions where quietness emerges naturally. This is the difference between doing and being, between efforting and allowing, between fighting yourself and designing for flow. And here's where it gets really interesting. When you prepare correctly, you're not just setting the stage for one good meditation session. You're literally rewiring your brain. You're building new neural networks. You're training your body to associate certain environments, certain postures, certain routines with a state of deep inner coherence. Over time, and I'm talking weeks, not years, meditation stops being something you do. It becomes something you are. This is neural plasticity in action. This is quantum manifestation. This is you, taking your power back from the old programs and consciously designing who you're becoming. Ready to go deeper? Let's break down exactly how to prepare. Let me start with the most overlooked element, your environment. Where you meditate matters more than you think. Here's the science. Your brain forms associations through something called classical conditioning. Pavlov rang a bell, the dog got food. Eventually, the bell alone made the dog salivate. Same mechanism in humans, just more complex. Your bed, your brain has associated it with sleep and rest, decades of conditioning. So when you meditate on your bed, what happens? Your brain activates the sleep network. Within minutes, you're nodding off. Not because you're doing it wrong, because your environment is triggering the wrong program. Your couch where you watch TV? Associated with passive entertainment, with zoning out. Meditation there fights against years of neural conditioning. Most people meditate wherever is convenient. And then they wonder why their mind won't settle, why their body won't cooperate. But here's what the real meditators do. They claim a space, a specific corner, a specific chair, a specific cushion. They return to that exact spot every single day. And over time, that space becomes powerful. That space becomes consecrated. The neural association becomes so strong that the moment you sit there, your brain knows. This is where transformation happens. I'm not talking about building a shrine. I'm talking about consistency, about choosing one location and making it yours. Find a space that's quiet, where you won't be interrupted, away from high traffic areas of your home. It doesn't need to be big. A corner works, a closet works, hell, a bathroom works if that's all you have. But here's what's non-negotiable. Eliminate the distractions. Turn off your phone. Not silent, off. Remove it from the room entirely. Every time your brain knows it's nearby, part of your attention is waiting for it to buzz. Control the temperature if you can. Too hot, your body gets drowsy. Too cold, your body stays tense. Comfort matters because discomfort keeps you in your body, and meditation requires you to go beyond the body. Consider using an eye mask, especially if you're sensitive to light. Consider earplugs or soft instrumental music, something without words, something that masks external noise without becoming another distraction. Make this space clean, not just physically, but energetically. When you treat this space with reverence, when you keep it dedicated to this one purpose, you're sending a signal to your subconscious. This matters. This is sacred. This is where I become new. And here's the reward for doing this. Within 2 weeks of using the same space daily, you'll notice something shift. The moment you sit there, your body will start to relax automatically. Your mind will quiet faster. The resistance will dissolve because you've trained your nervous system. You've built the neural highway. You've created the condition for flow. Now let's talk about your body, the vessel you're preparing for this journey. Your body is your subconscious mind. Every emotion you've ever suppressed, every pattern you've ever run, every program you've ever installed, it's stored in your tissues. Your body is living in the past, and when you sit down to meditate, to create from a new future, your body will resist. This is the internal war most people face. Their conscious mind says, let's change. Their body says, absolutely not. So preparation starts with understanding your body's language, and that language is sensation. First, posture. This isn't about being rigid, it's about creating alignment. Sit with your spine straight, not stiff but extended. Imagine a string pulling the crown of your head toward the ceiling. This matters because your spine houses your central nervous system, and when it's aligned, energy flows freely. Keep your head balanced, chin slightly tucked, shoulders relaxed, not hunched. Hands resting comfortably on your knees or in your lap. Feet flat on the ground if you're in a chair, or crossed comfortably if you're on a cushion. Why does this matter? Because posture affects your nervous system state. Slouch, and your body thinks it's time to rest. Lie down, and your body thinks it's time to sleep. But sit upright with relaxed alertness, your body gets the signal. We're present, we're awake, we're doing something important. Now here's something almost everyone experiences, the head nod. You're meditating, everything's going well, and suddenly your head drops forward. You jerk awake, frustrated. I can't even stay awake for 20 minutes. But let me reframe this. The head nod is actually a good sign. When your brain waves slow down from beta to alpha to theta, your body doesn't understand what's happening. Your body associates slow brain waves with sleep, so it starts the sleep process. The muscles relax, the head drops. This will happen, especially in the first few weeks. It doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It means you're actually entering the right brain state. Your body just needs time to learn the difference between meditation and sleep. The solution? Keep practicing. Your body will adapt. The neural distinction will form. Within a month, you'll be able to drop into theta without the nod. Before you sit, take care of the basics. Use the bathroom. Drink water. If you're hungry, eat something light, not a full meal that makes you drowsy, but enough so hunger doesn't distract you. Wear comfortable clothing. Nothing tight, nothing restrictive. Your body needs to forget itself, and it can't do that if your pants are digging into your waist. And here's a powerful technique. Before you even sit, do something physical. Stretch, shake your body, move energy through your system. This helps release stored tension and signals to your body that we're transitioning from doing mode to being mode. Your body becomes your ally when you prepare it correctly. When you honor its needs, it stops fighting you. It starts serving you. Now we go deeper, to the most critical preparation of all, your mind. Here's the thing about meditation that nobody tells you up front. You're not just sitting down to relax. You're sitting down to override decades of neural programming. You're sitting down to change your personality. Your personality is quite literally how you think, how you act, and how you feel. It's your personal reality. And if you want to change your personal reality, you have to change your personality. Which means changing how you think, act, and feel, which means confronting your ego, the part of you that is terrified of change, because change means death to who you've been. Your ego will fight you every step of the way. It'll tell you meditation is boring, that you don't have time, that you're doing it wrong, that you should just check your phone real quick. This is the voice you need to learn to recognize, and then lovingly ignore. So here's how you prepare your mind with radical self-awareness. Before your meditation session, you need to get clear on what you're working with. What programs are running, what emotions are active, what thoughts are on repeat. This is where journaling becomes essential, not optional. Essential. Take out a notebook, not your phone, a physical notebook, something that becomes your meditation companion. And before each session, answer these questions. What old self am I choosing to leave behind today? Be specific. Not, I want to be less anxious, but I'm leaving behind the person who catastrophizes every email, who assumes the worst, who lives in perpetual worry about things that haven't happened. What new self am I stepping into? Again, specific. I'm becoming the person who trusts the process, who responds rather than reacts, who creates from vision rather than fear. What emotions do I need to surrender? Name them. Fear, anger, resentment, shame. These emotions are chemical addictions in your body. You need to acknowledge them before you can release them. Write it down every day. This isn't busy work. This is preparation. Because when you sit down to meditate, you're not going in blind. You know exactly what you're working with. You have a map. Your journal becomes your meditation GPS. You read it before you sit, you remind yourself of your intention, and then you enter the session with direction. Without this, you're just sitting there hoping something magical happens. With this, you're directing the process. You're collaborating with your subconscious. And here's the paradox. The more you prepare your mind, the less your mind interferes. The more you acknowledge what's there, the easier it becomes to move beyond it. This is the difference between meditation as wishful thinking and meditation as neural engineering. You're not hoping for change, you're architecting it. Let's talk about the tools that will support this entire process. First tool, guided meditations. Especially when you're starting, your mind needs something to follow. A voice, a structure, a pathway. Trying to meditate in complete silence when you're a beginner is like trying to learn piano without sheet music. Possible, but unnecessarily difficult. You can find guided meditations online, download them, have them ready on your device before you sit. Choose ones that match where you are in the process. If you're working on induction, getting into the meditative state, find a guided induction. If you're working on visualizing your new future, find one focused on creation. The key is having them prepared ahead of time. You don't want to break the flow by scrolling through options while you're trying to enter a meditative state. Second tool, your journal, which I've already mentioned. But let me emphasize this again. This isn't just any journal. This becomes your transformation log, your neural rewiring manual. In it, you write your pre-meditation answers. You also write post-meditation observations. What did you notice? What resistance came up? What breakthrough happened? What do you need to work on tomorrow? Over time, you'll see patterns. You'll notice which days are harder and why. You'll track your progress. You'll have evidence of your transformation. Because here's what happens without tracking. Your ego will tell you nothing's changing, that meditation isn't working, that you're wasting your time. But when you have weeks of written evidence showing how your thought patterns are shifting, how your emotional baselines are changing, how your behavior is evolving, you have proof, and proof defeats doubt. Third tool, optional but powerful, a timer. Set it for your meditation length plus 10 extra minutes. That buffer lets you come out of the state gradually. The worst thing you can do is snap out of a deep meditation because your alarm blared. That's neurologically jarring. Choose a gentle alarm, soft bells, nature sounds, something that gradually brings you back without shocking your system. Fourth tool, this might sound simple, but a designated meditation blanket or shawl. Something you only use during meditation. The ritual of wrapping yourself, of creating a physical boundary, signals to your subconscious. We're entering sacred time. These tools might seem superficial, but remember, you're training your nervous system through repetition and association. Every consistent element, the same space, the same posture, the same blanket, the same journal, becomes a trigger, a cue that tells your brain, we're going inward now. And the more cues you build, the faster you drop into the state. Eventually, the preparation itself becomes part of the meditation. The ritual of preparing is what initiates the neural cascade. You're not just meditating, you're building a practice, and practices require tools. Now let me give you the structure, the roadmap for the next 4 weeks. This isn't random. This is based on how your brain actually learns. You can't do everything at once. You need to layer the skills. Week 1, induction only. That's it. Your only job is to learn how to get into the meditative state, how to move from beta brainwaves, waking, analytical consciousness, into alpha and theta, relaxed, creative, subconscious, accessible states. 10 to 20 minutes a day, same time, same place, just practicing the entry. Week 2, you add 3 new steps: recognizing the old self, admitting what needs to change, declaring your intention to change, and surrendering control to something greater than your ego. These steps build on the induction. You enter the state, then you start doing the work of acknowledging what's there. Week 3, you add 2 more steps, observing your automatic programs when they arise in meditation, reminding yourself of your new intention, redirecting your attention back to the creation of your new self. By now, you've got a full practice. Induction, recognition, admission, surrender, observation, redirection. All of it becoming smoother, more automatic. Week 4, the final step, creating and rehearsing your new future. This is where manifestation actually happens. You enter the state, you move through the preparation steps, and then you mentally rehearse being your new self. Feeling the emotions of your new reality, living it in your mind until your body believes it's real. 4 weeks, 7 steps built layer by layer. This is how you rewire a brain, not by overwhelming it, not by trying to change everything at once, but by systematic, patient, loving repetition. By week 4, meditation won't feel like something you're trying to do. It'll feel like coming home. So let's bring this all together. Let me show you what changes when you prepare correctly. Remember that person from the beginning? The one sitting down, frustrated, body fidgeting, mind racing, ready to quit? That person was fighting a war on every front. Environment pulling attention outward, body locked in old patterns, mind running old programs, no structure, no preparation, just raw willpower against decades of conditioning. That person couldn't win, not because they were weak, but because they were trying to build without a foundation. Now imagine this instead. You wake up. You go to your dedicated space, the corner you've claimed as yours. Your body already knows what's about to happen because you've trained it. The neural association is strong now. You sit in your posture, spine aligned, comfortable but alert. You've already used the bathroom, had water, taken care of the basics. Your body isn't sending distraction signals. You open your journal. You read what you wrote yesterday. You remember your intention. You know exactly what old self you're leaving behind and what new self you're stepping into. Your mind has direction. You press play on your guided meditation, the one you've prepared, the one that matches your current week, or maybe by now you don't need it anymore. The pathway is carved. The practice is embodied. You close your eyes, and instead of fighting, you flow. The induction happens naturally. Your brain waves shift. You move beyond your environment, beyond your body, beyond time, and in that space, that quantum field of infinite possibility, you begin to create. Not from your past, not from your current circumstances, but from your future. From the vision of who you're becoming. You feel it, the emotions of your new reality. Joy, freedom, wholeness, peace. You rehearse it so thoroughly that your body starts to believe it's already happening. Your cells begin to reorganize. Your genes start to express differently. This isn't metaphor. This is measurable biological change. And here's the beautiful paradox. You're not preparing to meditate anymore. You've become someone who meditates naturally. The preparation has rewired you into a new identity. This is neural plasticity. This is epigenetics. This is quantum collapse. This is you taking the formless field of possibility and collapsing it into a specific reality from within. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. But what if I still struggle? What if I have a bad session? Let me reframe that. There are no bad sessions, there's only data. Every time you sit down, you're gathering information about how your nervous system works, about what triggers resistance, about what creates flow. The sessions where you fight your mind for 20 minutes, those are teaching you about your ego's defenses. Use that data, journal about it, adjust your preparation. The sessions where you fall asleep, those are teaching you about your body's conditioning. Use that data, adjust your posture, your timing, your environment. You're not failing, you're learning. And every piece of information brings you closer to the preparation protocol that works perfectly for you. How long until this feels natural? Here's the science. It takes about 3 to 4 weeks of daily practice to build a new neural network strong enough to become automatic. That's not speculation. That's neuroplasticity research. 4 weeks of showing up. 4 weeks of preparing consistently. 4 weeks of training your body, your mind, your environment to support this new version of you. And then, it's no longer effort, it's identity. But my life is chaotic. I don't have time for all this preparation. Here's the truth. Your life is chaotic precisely because you haven't made time for this. The chaos is the symptom. The lack of inner coherence is the cause. 40 to 60 minutes of daily preparation and meditation will give you more time, more clarity, more energy than any productivity hack ever could. Because you're not just managing your external life better, you're creating your reality from a completely different level of consciousness. This is the shift. This is the preparation that changes everything. Let me recap the 7 elements of preparation. Not as a checklist, but as a transformation pathway. 1. Your environment. The sacred space you claim as yours. The place your nervous system learns to associate with going inward. This isn't just about being comfortable. It's about building neural associations that make meditation inevitable. 2. Your body. The vessel you prepare with posture, with care, with pre-meditation rituals. Your body becomes your ally when you honor it, when you train it, when you teach it the difference between sleep and meditation. 3. Your mind. The awareness you bring through journaling, through naming your old self and your new self, through getting clear on what you're working with before you sit down. 4. Your tools. The guided meditations, the journal, the timer, the blanket, the consistent elements that cue your system. We're doing this now. 5. Your time. The commitment to the same schedule, the same duration, the understanding that consistency builds neural highways. 6. Your philosophy. The why behind all of this. Not just to relax, not just to reduce stress, but to access the quantum field, to create reality from within, to rewire your brain and redesign your life. 7. Your structure. The 4-week framework that layers skills systematically. Induction, recognition, surrender, observation, redirection, creation, built step by step, integrated into one seamless practice. This isn't a checklist. This is an identity. This is who you're becoming. Someone who doesn't fight meditation. Someone who flows into it. Someone who has prepared the conditions for transformation to be natural, inevitable, effortless. And here's what I want you to know. You're not alone in this. There's a growing community of people who've stopped fighting themselves, who've stopped believing that transformation requires suffering, who've learned that the right preparation makes evolution natural. People who meditate not because they have to, but because they've become someone who does, because their nervous system craves it, because going inward is no longer a battle, it's a homecoming. I want you to be part of that community, so here's what I'm asking. Drop one word in the comments. Just one word that captures which preparation element surprised you most. Environment, body, mind, structure. Just one word, because when you engage, when you declare what landed for you, you're not just leaving a comment, you're making a commitment. You're saying to the universe and to yourself, I'm ready for this shift. I'll be reading every single comment. I'll be witnessing your journey. And let me tell you something personal. I remember my first week of meditation. Fighting my body, fighting my mind, falling asleep, getting frustrated, ready to quit. Then I learned about preparation. I learned that I wasn't broken. My approach was broken. I built my space, I trained my body, I journaled my intentions, I followed the structure, and within 4 weeks everything changed. Not because I suddenly gained some special power, but because I removed the obstacles I'd been creating. Meditation became my sanctuary, my daily reboot, my access point to infinite possibility. And if it worked for me, someone who thought their mind was too chaotic, their life too busy, their personality too fixed, it will work for you. So here's my invitation. If something shifted while watching this, if you felt recognition, validation, possibility, hit that subscribe button. Not for me, for the version of yourself that's ready to emerge from this preparation process. Because next week, I'm releasing something I've never shared publicly before. The exact week 1 protocol, the induction technique that shifts your brainwaves from beta to alpha in under 20 minutes. This is the technique that finally gave me access to my subconscious after years of trying to meditate and failing. I'm going to walk you through 2 specific methods, one that uses your body as a portal, and one that uses the element of water as a metaphor for consciousness. Step by step, sensation by sensation, word by word. By the end of that video, you'll know exactly how to drop into a meditative state on command, without fighting your mind, without forcing anything. This is the gateway. This is how you stop trying and start being. But for right now, I want you to do just one thing. Don't try to do all 7 preparation elements at once. Just do one. Go claim your space, find your corner, make it yours, because your transformation doesn't begin when you master meditation. It begins the moment you prepare for it, the moment you create the conditions for your new self to emerge. This is you taking your power back. This is you preparing to create reality from within. Ready to go deeper? I'll see you in the next one.